All right, after slamming Florida, a re-strengthened Hurricane Ian is heading towards the Carolinas.
The Category 1 storm could pack 85 miles an hour winds and cause major flooding.
And joining us now is South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Good morning to you, Senator.
Thank you, Ainsley. Good morning to you as well. Hope everybody's doing well there and they're safe.
Yeah, we're worried about y'all because Adam Klotz, our meteorologist, is saying it's probably going to hit Charleston around lunchtime. And in addition to that, it coincides with high tide. What do you want to tell the folks of South Carolina?
Stay home. Stay indoors right now. We are literally just beginning this hurricane. The truth is that with high tide culminating right at the time where the storm is hitting, that is the time to stay indoors. If you go out, you put more first responders in danger. If you do not have to leave your home right now, don't do it. The good news is we have been preparing for this for several days now. The governor has been cooperating and collaborating with the federal officials. I got a call yesterday from Secretary Mayorkas from Homeland Security. The governor spoke with Rick Scott, Marco Rubio as well, just so that we're all on the same page, learning from each other. Thank God for a coordinated effort and being a little battle hardened in South Carolina as we've faced hurricane after hurricane. This one, we should take it very seriously.
So one thing was pretty clear is Florida knows exactly what they needed. They need more high water vehicles. I don't know if it's right for you to give any of that to Florida because you might need them too. What do you need from the federal government if this thing hits you as hard as it did Florida?
You know, we just need to have open lines of communication is absolutely essential, number one. Number two, we want to make sure that we don't ask for anything that diverts attention from Florida unless we need it. We stand by, and this is the most important day for us in this hurricane. Getting through today, we'll be able to assess what the needs are for us here in South Carolina. And then what we don't need, we will be sending our assets to Florida as well. We hope and pray for the people in Florida, as well as our family and friends here in South Carolina.
That's important perspective for sure. But as this is barreling towards South Carolina, how, Senator, do you make the determination about what neighborhoods or what areas stay and hunker down and which ones evacuate, considering a storm surge that could be 7 feet already in low-lying areas? Is that a neighborhood by neighbor? Has that information already been disseminated? How are those decisions made?
Yeah, that's a great question, Pete. One of the things that happens is the South Carolina Emergency Division has been working with the governor's office for the last several days to determine where the most high potential flooding is at 4 to 7 feet. It's a lot of water in the low country. There's no doubt about that. And so you think about those communities, especially the peninsula, flooding happens if it's a light sprinkle. So something like what we're having today will be a serious issue. We've already seen businesses closing. They're trying their best to be prepared. The truth is that the peninsula is where you start seeing the likelihood of people getting out of harm's way. Mount Pleasant seems to be pretty safe. Georgetown, because the storm has shifted a little bit more east, so we're seeing more impact in Georgetown, higher winds as well. So the mandatory evacuation was not issued because it was not necessary, according to the governor's collaboration with the South Carolina Emergency Management Division.
So when you look at downtown Charleston, it can flood very easily, as you know, even in just a rainstorm. Did most of the people evacuate downtown? We were showing some images earlier of MUSC, the hospital there that's huge, and the lights that look like were on. Did they evacuate that? What about the Citadel? Are schools closed there?
Well, the schools are certainly closed for any in-classroom activities, but most people that I've talked to, and I've been on the phone a lot, stayed in place downtown Charleston. I think there is this, you get used to hurricanes, so you start taking it for granted. It's one of the reasons why I've been saying constantly, if you can get out of harm's way, get out of harm's way. We're now entering into the time where the best thing to do for yourself and for the emergency responders is to stay where you are. If you're in low-lying areas, you should have already left. If you have not, consider it. But the truth is, staying in place right now is probably the best thing you can do for yourself, as well as the emergency responders that have to come rescue people who wait too late to move.
Senator Tim Scott, thank you very much. Stay safe. Thanks for the insight.
Senator.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Brian. Y'all take care.
You got it.
All right, everyone, pray for that state, too.